Texas, is very attractive to many Californians. A lot of people fleeing that state. The U-Hauls are all moving in one direction. We fled. We didn't go to Texas, but we went kind of close. We went to Tennessee. Well, there's a major Californian who is leaving for Texas now. That would be Governor Gavin Newsom. Sorry, Texans. Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom spoke at an event in Texas over the weekend. And this would not be particularly noteworthy. Politicians speak all over the country all the time. Gavin Newsom obviously wants to run for president. No surprise that he's holding events in different states, except that travel to Texas is explicitly banned. Government travel to Texas is banned by California. And it's banned by California because Texas doesn't want to trans the kids. There, in 2017, there was a measure that went into effect in California that took action because of North Carolina's measures to keep the men in the men's bathroom and the women in the women's bathroom. And it says that it voids or repeals or has the effect of voiding or repealing existing state or local any state that voids or repeals or has the effect of voiding or repealing existing state or local protections against discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression. Those states you cannot travel to as a government official in California. So Gavin Newsom does it. Now, Gavin Newsom's already done this kind of stuff before. He did it back over the summer. He went on a vacation to Montana. Montana is also one of these states. And Newsom said, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. No, it was just a personal trip, even though he brought his security team with him. No, it was a personal trip, so it doesn't count. Now, Gavin Newsom obviously knew that this was a problem with the California law because he didn't include the trip to Montana on his schedule. So he knew it was a big issue. He did it anyway. This is certainly violating that law, going to Texas. Doesn't matter. He did it anyway. Why did he do it? Because the rules don't apply to him. And none of us are surprised. We know how there are two systems of justice in this country, and conservatives have the harsher one. All right, we're the ones who, the libs can go around and burn the country down for 8 months. That's fine. They get a slap on the wrist if that. Conservatives, if we peacefully protest outside of an abortion clinic, we're going to have 24 Gestapo agents kick in our door and point rifles at us in front of our 7 kids. That's just the way it works now. Donald Trump perfectly legally brings some documents after he was president to Mar-a-Lago. What happens? The Gestapo knock down the door and they raid the president's home. But left-wing officials face no consequences whatsoever, frequently for doing the very same thing. We know that. We know that happens. And so, bringing you right back to thinking about Edward Snowden, you think, well, I love my country, but I can't say that I really like these people who are running the country, because not only are they doing it in an incompetent way, in an unjust way, in an immoral way, but they're actually coming after me, okay? They're coming after me for believing perfectly ordinary things like don't kill babies and don't trans the kids. It's just lawlessness. And you're seeing that lawlessness especially from Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is now issuing government ID cards to illegal aliens. Says, we're a state of refuge, a majority-minority state where 27% of us are immigrants. That's why I'm proud to announce the signing of today's bills to further support our immigrant community, which makes our state stronger every single day. And here's what the new law says. The bill would specify that immigration enforcement as defined does not constitute an urgent health and safety need for those purposes and would prohibit a government agency or department, law enforcement agency, commercial entity, or other person from obtaining, accessing, using, or otherwise disclosing the non-criminal history information maintained by the department for the purpose of immigration enforcement. So you're saying not only are we going to give these immigrants, these illegal aliens, ID cards and treat them increasingly like citizens, we're actually going to prohibit the law enforcement agencies from enforcing the law. And why are they doing this? They're doing this, obviously, because it helps them politically. But this is de facto amnesty. If you're telling the law enforcement agencies they can't enforce the law on illegal immigration, and then you're giving the illegal aliens government-issued ID cards, that is de facto amnesty. We know that Biden and the Democrats want amnesty at the federal level, but they actually don't even need it. As you have this kind of breakdown of the national sense of unity, you're just going to see these things happen at the state level. And just as far right as Texas or Tennessee is going, that's how far left you're going to see California go. You know, the rest of the show is continuing right now. You do not want to miss it. If you are a member, we are going to be getting to fake headlines today. I know it's Woke Wednesday. We're supposed to get to a woke commercial or woke viral video, but I'm on the road, so we're going to swap it this week. Okay, we're going to do the fake headlines. You've got to see if you can guess which headline is fake. Obviously, we'll be chatting with you in the Daily Wire member chat. If you're not already a member, all right, head on over, click the link in the description, and join us.